In 2005 and 2006, documentary filmmaker Paul Kimball polled a select group of the world's leading UFO researchers. He asked each for a list of their 10 best UFO cases of all time. The cases were assigned point values, then averaged together. Over 70 UFO incidents from around the world received votes. At the end of the process, the following 10 incidents comprised the best evidence UFO cases of all time. Though unidentified flying objects first gained a place in modern culture with Kenneth Arnold's sighting in 1947, and the thousands upon thousands of sightings ever since, the phenomenon itself was known long before that, from reports of airships in the late 19th century all the way back to biblical times.
It appears to me that one can make a good case that there's nothing new about flying saucers. Earthlings have observed strange things flying in the sky that weren't birds. After all, before we were flying airplanes or balloons, what else was flying in the sky besides birds?
The history of this thing seems to go back, if not hundreds, thousands of years. We have portraits painted back in the 1400s and 1300s, and before that, Japanese wood carvings and so on, depicting these things. And I don't know, it's pretty hard to blow it off when you see these things, and they look pretty much the same as what everybody's reporting now. Did they know something we didn't know back then, or did they assume something we don't assume now?
Of all the artistic portrayals of what may be UFOs from the pre-1947 era, perhaps the most important can be found in a wood carving of an incident that occurred in 1561 in Nuremberg, Germany. At dawn on April 14, 1561, the skies over Nuremberg were reportedly filled with a multitude of objects, seemingly engaged in an aerial battle. Small spheres and disks were said to emerge from large cylinders. The objects were described in the Nuremberg Gazette as behaving in much the same way as some modern UFO reports, in that some of the objects would emerge from a larger object, or, as we might call it today, a mothership. But if these objects have been seen and recorded since antiquity, why have they become so much more prevalent in modern times? Stanton Friedman offers a theory.
Everybody in the neighborhood is concerned about their own survival and security. That means keeping tabs on the primitives in the neighborhood. And since they all know that things change with time, thinking beings have a habit of learning how to do things better and differently. You check them out every once in a while, but only closely once they show signs of being able to bother you. Boy, the end of World War II was certainly such a time. Evidence of nuclear weapon explosions, rockets being fired, and powerful electronics, radar systems and all that sort of stuff. So suddenly, it became incumbent upon the powers that be in the local neighborhood to check us out. Make sure we don't take our brand of friendship out there.